If you are trying to gentle or conscious parent and you are still heavily in the unlearning phase, you are not alone. I think when you come from an emotionally immature household where everyone's like emotionally reactive, the yelling, the punishments, the gaslighting, the lashing out, it's all so normal. It takes such a long time to unlearn that. 18 years in that environment. There's no way I can expect myself to change overnight. I have a whole video talking about emotional explosiveness, how to be less reactive, how 4 years into this, it's been easier for me to not yell because it is so second nature, all of it. So because I yelled at my daughter 3 days ago and I'm still feeling really bad about it, I'm going to walk you through how I'm taking responsibility for that whole incident and how I'm going to stack odds in my favor to try to prevent it from happening again. Let me give you the backstory. My daughters are no longer in my bed. We transitioned them into a big girl bed and they're doing pretty well. It is such a big change for them, a big transition, and they do pretty good staying in their bed at night once they're in their bed, but it's getting them to sleep that has been driving me absolute bonkers. We have a whole bedtime routine that we walk through. We shake our wiggles out, we do breathing exercises, we do affirmations, and then we go to sleep. That just isn't cutting it for them anymore. They just want to play and be silly. The other night, my daughter picked up toys and started throwing them at me at bedtime. Ironic that I just posted a video about misbehavior, but this was misbehavior. She was reaching for connection, for attention. She's having a hard time with the change, and I did not stop and realize that. So after saying, it's time to go to bed, you can lay down or I can pick your body up and lay you down. And she didn't listen, so I picked her body up and I laid her down. She cried, she stood up, she grabbed more toys and she started throwing them at me. I immediately said, Zamira, I'm so sick of this. It's time to go to sleep. She immediately started crying and said, Mommy, I don't like when you talk to me like that. Although that's terribly sad, 3 days later, I'm now realizing that's a little bit of a win. My daughter being able to like stand up for what she believes in. I don't like when you talk to me like that. It's very assertive of her. She's not really assertive herself. So that was amazing to me. I was still really triggered and I said, well, lay down and I don't have to yell. She laid down, she cried. I laid down next to her. I cried. She fell asleep in like 30 seconds, I swear. When she woke up, she was happier than ever. She walked in the room like nothing happened. And I said, hey, I want to talk to you about what happened at bedtime. Of course, I apologized. I let her know that it's never okay for anyone to yell at her, especially mom. And I'm really sorry for doing that. I explained to her that I was really overwhelmed. I was hangry after the gym and I just wanted them to go to sleep so that I could get work done and eat. I let her know that like I would appreciate if she didn't throw things at me, and that's what kind of pushed me over the edge. And she said she was sorry. I said I was sorry, and we gave each other hugs. Although I really hated myself for 12 hours after, I just had an emotional breakdown telling my husband I hate myself. That's why I haven't posted any parenting videos, because I'm like, who am I to talk about parenting? I'm human. That's the answer. This is so normal when you're trying to be a better parent and change from how you were parented. Things I'm going to do in the future to prevent it from happening: I'm going to eat before I put them down for a nap, because I can't be hangry putting them down for a nap. I just can't. I know myself too well. I'm diving in a little further and understanding my daughter's emotions when it comes to the transition to her bed, and just giving myself a whole lot of grace and consciousness moving forward.